All right, we're going to take a look at the February 2015 Rochester, Minnesota market report. So this is our first look into 2015 and what is going to happen in 2015. A lot of predictions are showing it's going to be very similar to 2014, but we want to keep an eye on some of these key factors here in our local market versus the national, because it could be down in the national, but how are we doing here in Rochester? So let's take a peek here. The first thing we're going to look at is the actual sold listings here in Rochester. So if we look all the way back to 2009, so we're going to take a 7-year span of what's going on here in Rochester and showing great signs of health. I mean, if we look back to 2009 to 2011, how hard it was, we're definitely rebounding very well, and hopefully we stay at a nice sustainable gain, not where we're going off the charts where we're going to end up having to come back to reality again. So currently we're at 98 sold homes through January. That's up 6.5% from last year where we were at 92. We're going to be down from 2013 where we were at 105, but outside of that we are up versus any other year. 2011 was the hardest year. We were only at 53 through January, so almost double the amount of homes sold so far in 2015 versus 2011. So let's take a look at the next category, and that's going to actually be the values of the homes. And this is something we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on this year because we are increasing at a pretty high rate, and the healthy rate is 4%. So our average sale price is up 12.6% year over year. So we're only looking at 1 month, so it's tough to get a full gauge on that, but that's where we're at. 211 last January, we were at 187. If we look all the way back to 2011, 156,000. So we're up more than $50,000 in a matter of 4 years. So again, you'll see these stats. You're just gonna, if you had tried to sell your home back in these times, it's definitely time to look. If you're still looking at possibly moving or relocating, that the market has really shifted. So let's find out what your home will bring in today's market and contact your local agent to do that. The next thing we're going to look at is the actual days on the market. So last year we broke a ton of records with the low amount of days on the record. Through January's last year we were at 90. We were at 103, so we're actually up 14.4%, which is still fine. 103 is still very, very good. The 2014 was just unbelievable how fast things were selling due to the lack of inventory, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that again here this year. But 160 back in 2012, 150 in 2011, and we're at 103 in 2015. So the inventory, which we talked about. So again, spring market is coming. Our inventory is down versus last year. We're down just by 1 unit, which is 0.2%. We have 468 homes on the market as of January 31st. And again, these are residential. So last year, almost a mirror image. We look all the way back to 2010, 913, 2011, 855. Now again, keep in mind, back in when I showed you those prior slides, that how down the sales were, how down the values were, how high the days on the market were, and the amount of inventory. So again, if you had tried to sell back then, definitely take a look at the market now. Contact your agent here on their website and see what your home is worth in today's market.